Hi there, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. If you've watched some of my previous YouTube videos, you've seen a lot of Volvos, but what I'm going to show you today is a Freightliner. Check this out. This is a 2008 Freightliner, and it has had a very nice life. For the last number of years, this particular Freightliner was used by a rodeo family, and they don't have a need for it anymore, and they brought it to RVHaulers for us to remarket. So at the time of making this video, this Freightliner is available for sale. Now please, check down below in the description, and we'll have pricing, a link to my website so you can see a whole bunch of pictures if you want to see up and close, and a lot of statistics there as well, some stats on the truck. Now, as you can see, this truck presently has two rear axles. And what I want to say is, as you look at this Freightliner, please think, how would you want to have this one customized? Here at RVHaulers, we'll build, decks for smart cars. There's another one back there that's heading to Texas in the next short while. We've got another Volvo here that we're just about to bring in for singling, as well as this Volvo 730. It's going to be heading into the shop as well for some customization. But how would you like to have your rig set up? Do you want to put some toys up there? Do you want it singled short, singled long? Do you maybe want to have a deck built for putting a Jeep up there, something lengthwise, and still pull your large fifth wheel trailer? Now, the reason that people tend to be drawn to these large semis is because of trailers like that one. There's our New Horizons Majestic. My wife and I enjoy quite a bit. That thing is 42 feet long and it weighs up to 26,000 pounds. Now, pickup trucks are capable of towing large trailers like that now, but if you want to take a lot of toys, or if you're even looking at some of the larger trailers, they can tend to pressure those pickups a little bit. So this is sometimes an alternative that people are looking at. Now, this Freightliner, give you some important background. Kind of the high points here is, first of all, this truck has been gone through meticulously from front to back. We have a very formal government inspection that was done, an independent one, where this truck could actually go back into commercial duty if you wanted it to. Now, this one has been set up, it can be titled as a motorhome. We're a licensed dealership here, and we're able to make those title changes. The other important thing that I want to touch on with this Freightliner is this has the much appreciated Detroit 60s engine, Detroit 60 series engine. That diesel that's under that red hood is one of those diesels that just is going to run forever and ever. This one has had a nice life. The other important thing that's been done is that Detroit 60 series has had a professional EGR delete done. So it cost $9,000 to have it done. And what's nice is that just adds to the longevity of this truck and increases its performance and its fuel economy. Something else that's been done, if you look at all those nice white rims, those are brand new. Those haven't just been painted, those are brand new rims, and every one of those pieces of rubber is brand new as well. So we've got Salins on the back, those are virgin tires, and we've got Yokohama steers on the front. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to break up this video into three parts. So I'm going to, bear with me, I'm going to take you through an exterior tour, then I'm going to take you through to the interior so you can see the sleeper, and lastly, third, I'm going to take you for a drive with this auto shift. There's no clutch on the floor. You literally put it in drive and hit the throttle. So let's start with part one. I'm going to take you around this truck on the outside. So we've done quite a bit of polishing, but if you look up close, let's start with some of the chrome. Those are just water droplets on there. We had just a rainstorm that came through a moment ago. But if you look at that chrome, it looks really sharp. We've polished the aluminum wind or bug deflector as well, even the hood mirrors. And we have sanded and polished and clear coated the headlights. So everything is up to snuff. I will point out, when you look at the front bumper, with 570,000 miles on this truck, it's got a little bit of wear. Unfortunately, this is one of those hoods where you've got to grab a hold here, pull pretty hard, and you tend to put your foot on the bumper for leverage. I don't know why, but some people tend to put their foot there. and it creates a little bit of scraping, so there is that for a blemish. But overall, as you look to the hood, you'll see there's very little in the way of, those are water droplets, very little in the way of rock chips. And as I mentioned, those are brand new steer tires. So we've polished the whole side of this truck. It's received a cut and polish, so we worked, you know, anywhere that we had little scratches or anything like that, we've taken them out. There's, again, just a few water droplets from the rain. But you can see even where people tend to step up, you know, very little scuffing here on the painted surfaces. Now as we head towards the back, you'll see this has a fairly straightforward deck or bed back here. It's built out of steel. It's got checker plate put on top. So this is a very strong structure. This isn't one that we built. The customer had this done himself. But if we look down underneath the sheets, this is not light duty. If you look, there's some nice 2-inch tubing and then 6-inch tubing on 4-foot centers. So very strong. If you want to be able to put a smart car up here or tie down your ATV, or maybe you want to put a Jeep lengthwise on the deck, you can certainly do that. Now right now the truck is set up for a gooseneck. They were pulling their, I think it was a 42-foot living quarters horse trailer. So we've got just a gooseneck connection back here at this point in time. But if you wanted to, instead of the gooseneck, we could change you over to something like this. So we can take you to one of our cushioning hitches. I could build a stinger out the back of that truck, leaving it as is, even still put a gooseneck in place. And we also have the ability to put in a bumper pull if that's something you would want. So if you have something in mind, if you'd like to have that hitch configuration changed, if you'd like to have a different deck or bed built, if you'd like something that's skirted with tool storage, paint match to the truck, we can do that for you as well. We can use this a little bit like a blank canvas. If there's something you would like to see done to this RV hauler, let us know. We can always put a drum box, the big storage box behind the sleeper. Lots of options and lots of space back here to do as you wish. Now I know a lot of you folks are used to looking at my YouTube videos and you've got the eagle eyes. I know you're looking all the time for the smallest of nuances, and the thing that a lot of people are drawn to is what's called an auxiliary power unit, or an APU for short. That's a little diesel generator back there. And you can see a portion of the air conditioning system is still on the back wall. Now, right now, that air conditioning system is not working. We haven't dug into it a lot. If that's something you would like us to explore, we will do so. But it's up to you, right? Everything I do at RVHaulers is custom. So I'm the guy that answers the phone. I'm the guy that helps design these with you. I want to hear about how you plan to travel, what you plan to tow, what your mission profile is. How are you going to travel? Where are you going to stay? Is that important to you? Is an inverter important to you? What are we going to carry on the deck? All of those things I'm happy to custom design to meet your travel plans. Well, there we are underneath the hood. There's that Knights Detroit Diesel Series 60. This engine has been gone through meticulously as well. So as we look around, you're not going to see oil leaks. Very clean. Of course, if we've had at any point in time, over time, you'll see if there was all kinds of oil leaks, you will see, you know, lots of oil accumulating on the frame, and there's none of that on this truck. This Detroit's in awesome shape and ready to go a long while yet. And at 570,000 miles, you know, these engines are really meant to go well over 1 million. So I think you'd be challenged to, can you put on 400,000 miles in your lifetime of RVing? I'd be impressed if you could. That would be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of traveling. But this will take you where you want to go. So So a lot of people will look at, you know, the truck paper, and they'll look online and they'll say, wow, I can find, you know, really inexpensive trucks. But what I find is my customers, or the RV hauler crowd, we're looking for units that are more of the cream puffs. We're looking for ones that are really clean, have been well taken care of and well maintained. You know, going to the auction, you never know what you're going to get. Finding one where we've got the history from the previous owners is really attractive. Also, you know, it's nice to find ones where they look like this, even though they're a 2008. Sorry, I keep my floor clean with my little mat there, but you know, the seats in here, they look beautiful. Those are the original Freightliners. And as we swing around and look at the dash, before I step all the way in, I'll be taking my shoes off, but you know, look at the floor, the plastics, everything inside here is just really nice. It hasn't been all abused and beat up. And the other hard thing to find is try to find one, if it's important to you, find one that's non-smoking. That's really tough. And this one is non-smoking. So this sleeper is a dual bunk configuration. It's got a solid, firm upper bunk. It's like a single mattress. That one folds down. And on the bottom, we've got another full size. It's actually a super single. That's an 80-inch long mattress, not just a shorter one. So even if you're in the 6-foot range, it's nice to have that. We've got lots of storage, cabinetry, both behind the driver's seat where I'm sitting. There's space for a refrigerator to be added down here behind the seat, and behind the passenger seat, again, a lot of storage and cubbies for travel. Well, I've started up Orion. We've named him Orion. And I'm going to take you for a drive next. I want to show you how this truck performs, how it shifts, and how we handle it, what it sounds like. So I've let him warm up for a good minute or so, and my air pressures have all built up to the maximum. I'm going to turn the camera around and let's go for a drive. So first step to get Orion underway. So we're going to turn off our parking brake. Shows that it's in neutral right now, and here to the right of the steering wheel is how we put it in gear. So you depress this little yellow button, put it into D for drive. You can see it's chosen second gear, and there's no clutch on the floor. All I do is move my foot from the throttle brake to the throttle. It's a little bit noisy. What I'm going to do is get you folks out on the highway with me, get it up to speed. When I come up to the pavement here, I wanted to show you how it gears down. I've lifted my foot off the throttle, and it'll skip shift as it goes down. So it's always in the proper gear should we want to put our foot back on the throttle. We're coming to a stop here. Go right. Obviously I can't go left. So coming to a stop. There's back down to 2. microphone clipped onto my t-shirt there by my collar, and it tends to pick up a lot more noise than you would think. So it may sound a little bit louder to you. It's just because my microphone is so very, very sensitive. A truck like this, you know, it's not fatiguing when it comes to the noise level. You're able to visit with the person sitting next to you quite comfortably. Oh, thanks for joining me on this tour of this Freightliner, this 2008 named Orion. If you have any questions about this rig, or if you could imagine it being customized to your liking, give me a call. I'd be happy to receive your phone call. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to bring up some other videos. We've got over 440 YouTube videos that I've built or made over the years. I encourage you to explore those. There's a lot of information there. And I appreciate you watching this video, and please stay happy and healthy in these challenging times.